Chaos broke out last Sunday evening when clashes erupted in front of state TV between protesters and army alongside police. The clashes resulted in 25 people dead and over 300 injured. We, along with several hundred other employees, were trapped inside the state TV building, and we watched what was happening on the ground with complete disbelief. The Coptic protests had started out as a peaceful protest around 5 that day, but in 2 hours' time, the scene turned around completely. Gunfire, shots, and police sirens were heard loud and clear in the tense atmosphere. Fires flared in the distance and people scrambled around. The turning point that caused the violence is still being disputed and argued. Some say it could have started with verbal provocation that led a protester to beat an army officer, while others say that outside infiltrators who meant to cause tension brought in weapons and started attacking the army. Investigations are still undergoing as to figure out exactly how the clashes started. But what was obvious is that the army and police were being attacked by the protesters with knives, rocks, and Molotov cocktails. They burned several army and police vehicles as well as private cars that were parked in the area.
يجب أن يدرك الجميع أن الاستقواء بالخارج.
The Supreme Council of Armed Forces held a press conference on Wednesday to discuss the incidents of Sunday night. The speakers denounced the clashes, saying that it led to a degrading image of the Egyptian army. SCAF refused to announce the number of officers who died in the clashes as to maintain army morale. So far, reports have confirmed 17 protesters dead. Although it was stated by SCAF that the army did not fire live ammunition at the protesters and only used weapons to deter the attacks, many are still very suspicious as to what was happening. A video of an army vehicle swerving between protesters is said to have killed about 12 protesters, and the rest were reported shot by bullets. SCAF denied the accusation, saying that no army officer would ever purposely crush a civilian with an army vehicle. A lot of details are still unclear, but the fact is, people have died, tension is in the air, and chaos is no longer a far-fetched scene in this country.